Sell.
To sell.
Yeah!
Hey everyone, welcome back to Cells to Sell. My name is Heem, that's Nick, and today we have a very special trivia for you because today is Rare Disease Day.
Yeah, it's always fun to go over the things you don't see every day. So hopefully we'll learn something different. It's just a quick 10-question quiz.
Bring awareness to Rare Disease
Yeah.
Day too, and show the importance of why developing therapeutics for rare disease is important.
That is true.
Yeah.
That is true. Again, it's something we don't hear about every day. We're used to hearing about COVID, flu vaccines, Alzheimer's.
Things that affect most
But what
people.
about Lyme disease?
I don't even know about Lyme disease.
Lyme disease. I think ticks carry it. You see, it's rare. Not
It's
everybody knows
rare.
about it.
Yeah.
We're biologists and we don't know about it. So,
You want
It's
to go
interesting.
first?
sure.
All right.
I'll go
Start
first.
us off, Nick.
One of these days we need to take a quiz together again. Going to be an interesting quiz because being rare diseases, I don't know a lot about rare diseases. So, how many rare diseases have been identified? That is question number one. Is it 3,000, 7,000, or 10,000? Now, think if there's 10,000 of something, I don't think it can be considered rare. And 7,000 is a little high, so I'm going to go with 3,000. Okay. It does not tell you if your answer is correct.
Oh,
So,
that's crazy.
this might be rough. Okay, question number 2. For people who have a rare disease, how many years on average did they wait to get an accurate diagnosis? Okay, this is like if you were to go to the hospital with some random disease, how long would it take for groups of doctors in different hospitals and different infectious disease teams to be able to put all the pieces together and be like, oh, you have this? It's either 6, 4, or 2 years for those who are listening and might not be watching along.
I'd say 6, dude. 6 seems like a happy medium.
Well,
Or
it's,
no.
it's 2, 4, or 6.
4.
I think I'm gonna go with 4 too. I'm gonna go with 4. My brother had a rare form of staph, and it took them a couple days to do it. So, 4 years, that's a long time to be sick, and I don't know. All right, question number 3. How does the United States define a rare disease? So it affects fewer than 25,000 people, it affects fewer than 100,000 people, or it affects fewer than 200,000 people. I'm going to go with 100,000. I don't know why, but I feel like 25,000 is way too low.
Does it say only in U.S. or is it like?
How does the United States define a rare disease?
100K is quite a bit.
But I'm thinking more it's like, I don't know. I'm thinking more of like from like the standpoint of like per capita. I don't know.
I wouldn't say 100K though. That's not rare. It's like 10 to the. No, it's not. 4%.
4% is pretty rare. 4% is pretty rare.
I
Excuse me. So sorry.
I'll edit
Oh, that hurt. Okay, I'll go with 25K. Whatever. Now, how does the European Union define a rare disease? It affects fewer than 1 in 200 people. It affects fewer than 1 in 2,000 people, or it affects fewer than 1 in 20,000 people. I'm gonna go with that affects fewer than 1 in 20,000 people.
That is very rare.
That'd be pretty darn rare. All right, and my last question. In the world, how many people have a rare disease?
Jeez.
An estimated 3 million to 4 million, an estimated 30 million to 40 million, or an estimated 300 million to 400 million. Now, granted there's probably 8 billion people in the world right now. Let's see. I'm going to go with 300 million is like about the size. 300 to 400 million is about the size of the United States. So like that's a lot of people. 30 mil to 40 mil. that's also a lot of people. I feel like that would be like everybody in Ireland having a rare disease. I don't know. I don't know the population of. I really don't know the population of any other country than the United States, but I'm gonna go with 30 to 40 million. 3 million to 4 million sounds way too small. I mean, that's like 0.00003% of the population. That's, and I just don't want to go with the smallest number. But I'm gonna change it. I'm going with the smallest number. All right, my final answer is an estimated 3 million to 4 million people. So Heem, take it away, man. This is probably the hardest quiz I've taken since the first stem cell quiz we took.
Okay, question number 6. How many rare diseases have an approved treatment in the United States? 3%, 5%, 10%? Not 10%. I'm going to say 5. 3 seems reasonable, but I don't know. It seems a little too small. I feel like we're doing a little bit better in the research realm. Question 7. How many treatments for rare diseases have been approved in the U.S. since 1983? 300, 500, or 800 plus? I'm going to say 1983. So it's been 30, almost 40 years.
It's been 40 years.
Yeah, it's been 40 years. Yeah, in 40 years, I'd say
like
500.
Do you think, like in the United States, we consider Ebola to be a rare disease, but that's only on like the United States soil. But like in Africa, like Ebola is like runs rampant.
Approved in the U.S. since 1983.
I'm just saying in general. Like
I'm just saying
disease.
500.
Okay, I think we're talking about two different things.
Question 8. A 2018 study counted the number of clinical trials in the U.S., Europe, and Japan that investigated rare diseases and potential treatments. Out of 28,526 trials, how many were there? What?
What are the numbers?
1,500 clinical trials, 2,000, or 5,000 clinical trials?
I would go with 1,500.
Yeah, me too. Less than 10%.
Because like, or maybe two.
Dude, 2,000 is like...
No, there's no... Well...
2,000 is...
I would go with 2,000 maybe.
You know what? I'm going to say 2,000.
I think 2,000 is the right answer.
All right. Question 9.
0 right. How hilarious would that be?
If we get 0 for 10, that's a first.
Yeah.
Question 9. True or false? Newborn screening, testing babies at birth for certain conditions is an important issue for rare disease advocates. True. Yes. When is Rare Disease Day this year? February 11th, 21st, or 28th? This quiz is from last year, but I think it happens on the same day every year, so I'm going to say February 28th. Finish quiz. 30%!
Oh my Jesus.
Let's go over it. Come back in here. Oh boy.
That's hard. That was hard.
Oh boy. So the first one is that 7,000 have been identified.
Okay. For people who did I get one question right? I got all my questions wrong.
What was the answer to 2?
Okay. So question 2, for people who have a rare disease, how many years on average did they wait to get an accurate diagnosis? It's 6 years.
Wow, that's actually pretty
That's
long.
wild. How does the United States define a rare disease? It affects fewer than 200,000 people.
Is that
Makes
the answer?
sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
I said affects fewer than 25,000. I guess the diseases I'm thinking of are even more rare than...
Yeah.
Okay, question 4 is how does the European Union define a rare disease? It affects fewer than 2,000 people. It affects 1 in 2,000 people. So that's crazy.
In Europe, dang.
Yeah. And then in the world, how many rare diseases or how many people have a rare disease? And it's 300 to 400 million. The population of the United States spread around the world has a rare disease. We're looking up a list of rare diseases.
Wow.
Because now I'm curious, it's like, what is considered a rare disease? Because like when we talk about Alzheimer's, like Alzheimer's might be a rare disease, but like we just hear about it so much because of the field we're in, I guess. Okay, question number 6. This is one we got right. Good job. Good on you. How many rare diseases have an approved treatment in the United States? You said 5%. That's awesome. That's good. We need to get that up to 10%. Question number 7 is how many treatments for rare diseases have been approved in the United States since 1983? You said 500. The answer is 800 plus.
Yay. That's good.
That's good.
That's a good thing.
You said 2,000 clinical trials. There's 1.5.
Okay.
Or 1,500 clinical trials for question 8.
Who's going to know that? Who's going to know?
Okay, question 9 is true, obviously. The newborn screening testing. Yeah. And then number 10, when is Rare Disease Day this year? And it's February 28th. Is that every year? Okay. We're going to take the quiz off your screen.
No, we didn't. It's hard to know about rare diseases. It's not talked about enough. And the people who unfortunately have rare diseases don't have proper treatments that they can spread the word about. Because I can assume that if you have a family member that has a rare disease and they don't get the proper treatment for it, it's kind of like shunned away in your brain because it's kind of traumatic remembering things like that, and even acknowledging that.
I'm just reading, I'm sorry. There's so many rare diseases that start with A. It's ridiculous. All right, well, that was a fun and hard quiz. We haven't gotten 30% once, so
yeah.
We need to be brought back down to earth. So, all right, you got anything else?
No, that's all.
Well, happy Rare Disease Day.
Hopefully you learned something about it.
Something.
And how rare.
How not rare diseases are.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them. Jeez.
Yeah. And we need more effort to develop therapeutics for them. So
back to the translational research conversation. So, all right. Well, we want to thank you guys for watching. We appreciate you guys tuning in for another Trivia Tuesday. Yeah. Thanks for watching. I'm Nick. That's Heem. See you guys next time.
See ya.